Hey, welcome to the Cannabis News. This is Sam Humeid.
And I'm Sarah Diesel.
And we're interviewing Mark Short, the producer of Talking Marijuana on the Jon Lovitz Vodcast Network. And he's also the owner of the Jon Lovitz Theater and the Second Floor Restaurant in Huntington Beach. Mark, thank you so much for joining us today. Did I get all that right? You do a lot of things.
And
we do a few
stuff.
things. That's the second floor. Does all the sponsors all the tattoo events, and we've got all the big names over there: Jack Rudy, Rick Walters, Gustavo, Chewy, you name it.
So how did you get involved with Jon Lovitz? I'm so curious. How'd you get involved with this theater?
I used to be in the film business. Actually, I used to have a network here, and we ended up morphing into the Jon Lovitz Vodcast Network. And now we have Lovitz or Leavitz, and we have Talking Marijuana. And we have the FYI Sports Talk, where we broke the big story with Lenny Dykstra. We got the cover of USA Today with his first interview out of prison.
Nice.
Right?
Good for you.
With weed, and just. But now we're big supporters of you guys, man.
Nice. We appreciate
Thank
that.
you so much. I know we did this earlier with the Billy Idol stuff, and now we're here for Yes on Measure D again.
Yeah.
Fundraising. Thank you.
We're going to keep fundraising for you guys until this thing finally, happens for you.
I much appreciate it.
When are they going to start cleaning up the streets and getting these the bad guys out and letting you guys just do your thing, right?
Not a bad question at all. With support of people like you in the community helping us to fundraise to get the laws pushed through. We know we've spoken to the city attorney, and he says he's going to enforce Measure D and eliminate the illegal stores, but we haven't seen any action yet. And without the support of the community from members like you and so on and so forth, we're still trying to get more money, more funds, more power to be able to push the laws through.
I think that's why we're doing this for you guys. We'll continue to do that, support you guys and do fundraisers until, maybe they'll start cleaning up the streets. You can go right down Lancashire here and bump into Amsterdam, can't you?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Amazing. What are they going to do about that?
Yeah, we were talking to the local neighborhood councils in Studio City, and they're all up in arms because there's some 19 stores just in Studio City, when overall in the whole city of Los Angeles there's supposed to be 135. And clearly there's no regulation going on yet.
And how many are legitimate in Universal or Studio City?
In Studio City, there's 5 that are legitimate. There's a couple in Universal City I think there's 2 in Universal City that have legitimate addresses. So we're still fighting that fight to make it work right.
You guys aren't planning to put one up on the City Walk yet, are you?
If you can make that happen.
We're a comedy club. Don't forget that. I'll get in trouble.
I'll open right next door to you. It'd be the best idea ever.
Our patio's going to be open soon, so we might want to think about that.
I will definitely put some thought into that. Open a perennial holistic on City Walk.
That'd be so awesome. Free parking, right?
Definitely free parking.
No question.
So I'm curious of how did Jon Lovitz and cannabis come about? Like, who approached you? How did that happen with the whole Billy Idol thing and this Measure D thing? How did you get involved with cannabis?
Well, we're not here that long, are we? I mean, it's going to take quite some time telling that story. I started the network, and I thought about, putting on a show that was really going to be supportive, not one of those, hey, dude, stoner, Fast Times at Ridgemont High things. We wanted to have someone that, in a political show, more or less. And it's growing. This show just, we put up the new Talking Marijuana show last night, 835 views already.
No kidding.
So
Good for you.
It's really, really gaining traction. We've been asked to speak on the floor of the New York Assembly, the 75th District, with the show members as well.
That's cool.
So, John doesn't smoke. John isn't a proponent, but he thinks that knows a lot of people that it's helped, cancer-wise, liver-wise, liver transplant-wise, and I don't think that they're really getting out the message that like you guys have been helping to put out, and it's been really beneficial. And without your show and without your support and without the Talking Marijuana show, I don't think a lot of people would be as educated as they really are.
It's true.
In my opinion.
It's very true. Do you yourself use cannabis, if you don't mind me asking?
Well, absolutely.
Oh, good. So you indica sativa man?
I'm an indica.
Interesting. So nighttime use usually?
Yeah, every once in a while, exactly.
Nice.
Now that my kids are watching, I'm just saying it for the camera, son.
How old is your son?
18.
Oh, interesting. So he's at that age where...
Actually, the funny part is I have an oldest that's a forensic scientist for the FBI. Yeah, right. So I'm sure she'll appreciate this.
Good for you. Now, do you think there's a generational difference? Like the young people really like the intense concentrated marijuana. It gets really, really high. Whereas like the older crowds, the 40 plus, who really haven't used marijuana since college, are coming back into the industry and finding it to be totally different.
It
from
is
where they
totally
were
different. I mean, this new generation is like, it's crushing. And, you've got this thing called, infeta weed, and where, it's daytime weed. I don't know anything about that.
Infeta weed? I haven't even heard of that
We
yet.
smoke that. We smoke the indica and want to go to sleep.
Right.
I mean, that's, and I'm not really an avid smoker, but when I do, yes, it's going to be just to sleep,
Very cool.
You guys have this thing called daytime weed, right?
Yeah, sativa. Sativas are generally more cerebral, more in the head, and give you more energy, don't make you feel lethargic.
Like I said, infeta weed.
That's hilarious. I've never heard that before.
Well, I just made that up, so you might want to start selling that.
I may need to jot that one down
Exactly.
here.
Infeta weed. Remember that.
Listen, if
Infeta
it
weed.
goes over real well, just give me a small royalty, we're fine.
We're
New strain of Pretty
definitely-
Holistic tomorrow. Infeta weed.
It's better than Starbucks, right? And cheaper.
Definitely cheaper and
Definitely. Starbucks
healthier.
is expensive.
It's significantly healthier. So where do you see us in the next 10 years as far as the medical marijuana movement? Do you think it's going to go full legalization in the country, or is there going to be a break where medical's good but legalization is too far?
I don't know. I think that I think California needs to pull its head out of its ass. I mean, Colorado just leaped past us.
Right.
I mean, we were the ones that were on the. We were the first cowboys through the door. We got all the arrows, and
Right.
and then when we just kind of stood back and said, well, they were wishy-washy on it. You can't put something, take it off the street, and then put it back into the streets.
Right.
It doesn't make any sense. There's just no common sense there. And there's nothing but legitimate people in this business.
Right.
And that's fine with me. Regulate it, but then if you're going to regulate it, and I see it becoming legal in quite a few states. I think when you hit that Bible Belt, you're gonna have to hit the emergency brakes, man.
Yeah.
I don't see it going through there. You can't even get a Pepsi and a Playboy on a Sunday. So good luck trying to get a joint.
Arkansas made huge movement forward. They came
that surprised
48% almost voted yes for medical marijuana in Arkansas in the last election.
Have you ever been to Arkansas?
No.
No, really though, it's
That might explain it.
that whole Midwest area.
Right.
We have the best here in California. We do. I went to Amsterdam, and their menus said straight in from California, train wreck and Bubba Kush. I was like, wait, I just left California to come get
Exactly.
something
Isn't that
special
amazing?
here.
Let me guess, you were in the Bulldog.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Good.
I've never been to Amsterdam.
No, of course not. Of course not.
Well, Mark, thank you so much for having
Thank
us
you guys.
be on the
Thanks
show.
for coming down, and thanks for supporting us. And
Thank you for supporting us.
Absolutely.
Tonight
And
is all
come out
because
and
of
see a
you.
show
Thank
sometime.
you.
Yeah. Is there a website that our fans can reach out
Jon
to?
Lovitz Vodcastnetwork.com.
For the show or at the theater?
And then Jon Lovitz Comedy Club.com. So come out and check it out. Lots of great people. You never know who's going to stop by.
Right.
So, but thanks for having me on the show.
Thank
and
you.
good luck with your turnout tonight.
I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a wonderful night.
Great. Bye-bye.
Bye. Thank you.